in right here on the mesa has been bouncing a little bit, so boy, it's definitely that time of year. And let's go ahead and look at the south coast in detail right here, and it may not look like much of a shock, but if you look at the temperatures in and around San Ynez at 54 degrees and then look down toward the right toward Goleta 65, even up toward the top of the 154 you see almost a 10-11 degree difference, and that's because of the downsloping effect of the wind. And also if you look at the humidity value, that also changes. You can see it's fairly moist, not that bad as you head farther west and north, and then it dries out once you get into Goleta, and that's all because of the downsloping effect of those winds. And boy, under different circumstances, these high wind warnings, if it was really say a lot warmer and a lot drier, we'd be looking at probably heightened fire concerns all over the place, even though we already are, even though it's not necessarily official. So northerly winds for the Santa Barbara South Coast. This will last until tomorrow morning for the warning right now. And the advisory likewise also extended down into portions of Ventura. Kind of like to point out in San Luis Obispo County, that advisory you see from Morro Bay, San Luis Obispo, Paso Robles, more toward the coast, that should die off later tonight. So that's the good news. These winds will probably come and go in the forecast. And boy, look at the temperature drop. Except for a few areas, for the most part, we've dropped several degrees, and that's because a chilly air mass to the north has sort of invaded down to the south. And you can see the effect in areas like Ojai, Goleta, and Santa Barbara is not felt as much, again, because of that downsloping effect where you get some compressional heating. But other areas had a hard time. Look at Lompoc, barely got to 60 degrees. Santa Maria 61, San Luis Obispo normally very warm and kind of balmy, only 62. Currently widespread 50s, except again that area around Goleta back to Santa Barbara where you're enjoying just a tad bit more warmth. Same with Ojai. And even interior portions of Ventura and Camarillo are still kind of on the mild side. And boy, look at the winds out by the Channel Islands as you look at San Miguel, Santa Rosa, and of course Santa Cruz and even Anacapa. Those reds right there going up above 50 miles an hour. Definitely not a boating afternoon right now if you're not experienced or have a craft that's anything smaller than maybe an aircraft carrier. The gusts are pretty strong at around 33 miles an hour and even more in some of the isolated canyons. You also get the effect of going downslope. Of course, it dries it out, but anywhere where the canyons may be narrow, you start to squeeze that air and it goes even faster. That's called the Venturi effect, if I remember right. And there it is. Best chance for rainfall way to our north, but I like this storm, unlike the last couple. It is getting into the Sierra. I saw some live cameras in and around Tahoe and Mammoth. They're getting a little bit of snowfall, so we'll go ahead and take it. Windy conditions for us, and there's the rain. Fortunately, somebody's getting it. A little bit gets close to us, and there's even a little hint that maybe some of that might get into our region. Really